To fall in love with yourself is the first secret to happiness. Robert Morley. That is our quote of the week. Welcome to Coffee Chat with Danny, where we are live every Monday with a new quote, a new weekly hypnosis, providing you a mindset shift as we move into our new week. So welcome. For those of you that are new, are returning, how's it going? Happy Monday. Let me know whether you're live or on the replay. Let me know how you're doing today. Say hi. I love when you guys say hi. Let me know you're here. It really feels like I'm not just talking to a camera. All right, so for those of you that don't know me, though, my name is Danny. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I am Danny. I'm a hypnotherapist, and I help you tame your inner critic, really get it under control, release those limiting beliefs so that you can find peace in the chaos. You might call me the peace teacher. So it's a love month. It's a new month. We started just, a couple days ago. Like, what day is it? It is the beginning of February 2019 here. For those of you that are catching this in the future, hi, from the past. It is interesting because this month, February, right, because of Valentine's Day, it tends to be a month of love and people looking for love, finding love, reconnecting with love, or, figuring out maybe even the most important relationship. And so this month, I always focus on love, but I focus on the most important relationship as it relates to love. And that is the relationship that you have with yourself. Yes, that is what we are talking about all month long. Self-love. It is time for hashtag self-love club. We are going to be chatting all about growing that most important relationship, really taking this time to focus on it. Now, for those of you that are in relationships, this is still a great opportunity for you to look at yourself and how you are taking care of you. And you'll find that how you take care of you is actually also kind of how you're showing up in your relationship. So it's really interesting to take a look at the relationship that you have with yourself first, right? The other thing that we look at this month is for those of you that are seeking love, that are looking for love, this is another great opportunity. One of the things that I found when I had ended a relationship that I was in for 10 years, that I needed some time for me. I needed some time to figure out some things about myself, which sent me on a whole new journey and has brought me here today, right, to this moment. So as I was going through that journey, I realized that I didn't love myself very much, right? That I didn't know myself very much. And so I had to really get to know myself and start to love myself more in order for me to be able to attract my amazing partner that I have now, right? I had to first kind of start loving me and really know who me was before I could even be the best I could be in a relationship, right? So that is what we're going to be talking about all month. So we've got some love quotes coming up this month, some self-love quotes, Empowered You community. If you haven't joined yet, come on over. That's our free Facebook group. We've got lots of stuff going on all month around self-love as well. And then all this month, you're going to find hypnosis all around self-love, love, and loving your most important relationship, and really giving it energy. So that's what this month is all about. I'm super excited. I hope you are too. Let me know down below if you guys are excited for this. Maybe even show me some love. All right, so you guys ready to get started? The other thing we have coming up this month I did want to make note of is the vision board workshop. And I thought, I planned it in February. I actually looked at doing this in October. Last year I was planning out my 2019, and I looked at it and I said, you know what, I want to do the vision board in February. A lot of people do them in January because we're kickstarting the year off, but I wanted to do it in February because I feel like people are setting goals in January. At least that's how I work, I flow. And then we start to kind of look at our life, and we're kind of looking at things. And to combine that, right, create your life with looking at your most important relationship, this is really setting true intention of what it is that you want this year. And I think it was just a perfect combination. So if you are local here in the Pasadena area, we are going to be having a vision board workshop. It's an all-day workshop. It's like 7 hours, really creating the space for you to create your life with intention, right? And so I'm excited for that. If you want to know more about that, I'll put a link down below. But all right, so you guys ready to get started? I know we kind of took off with a lot because I wanted to kind of explain everything out. So, all right, grab your coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking. Let's get started. So, to fall in love with yourself is the first secret to happiness. So I kind of touched on this in the intro there, but when I had ended my relationship and I kind of was like, it was a 10-year relationship, it was a really long relationship, and there were a lot of ties, there was a lot of emotional stuff that I needed to work through, and really at the time I was just starting my 30s, which is weird because I'm at the end of my 30s now, about to enter into my 40s, which is awesome. But there's this transition, right, that I was going through, and I didn't really know a lot about myself. It's kind of interesting to look back and say, I was beginning my 30s and I had no idea who I was. I had been 30 years on this beautiful planet and I had no idea who I was, who Danny was. I just had glimpses, but I really hadn't owned her, right? And I really, to be honest, don't think I have really truly owned her until within the past year or two, right? So I've been on a journey this whole, like if I look at my 30s, this whole time really learning and growing and knowing more about me. But in the very beginning, I had no idea who I was, right? I had some glimpses, as I said, but I really honestly didn't love myself. And I can tell you why. I know it because I was giving to others so much that I was allowing my cup to overflow. It overflowed with so much to other people that I wasn't refilling my cup for me. So it was overflowing for others by, helping them out, giving to them, honoring them, supporting them, and in different ways, right? Whether that was hanging out with them, whether that was, those conversations, girlfriends that you have, right? Or even just being there for them, like holding the space for them. And there was a lot of that happening that I was doing, which felt really good because I am a person who is of service to others, and I'm just who I am. It's my makeup, right? But also it's this idea of me giving so much that I would feel so drained. I would, come home and I would just want to like fall asleep. I didn't want to do anything. I would start to get annoyed when people would ask me for stuff because I'm like, oh, like I wanted to, and I was at this battle, right? I had this battle between me wanting to give and wanting to support, but yeah, I was so exhausted and I felt so drained. What I didn't know at the time is that I was giving, but I wasn't refueling. I wasn't filling myself back up, right? I didn't have somebody, there, Danny, telling me, here, hey, take this time and make sure you're refueling and make sure you're doing these things for you and make sure that you are putting yourself in a good space. I didn't know any of that. Wasn't doing meditations. I really wasn't reading too much self-help at the time. I wasn't doing things that filled me or fueled me. So yeah, it was really interesting time. I can look back at it now and be like, what the heck, right? What was I thinking? Now I know, like when I start to get irritated or agitated, I'm like, wait a minute, what am I not doing, right? What have I shifted in my habits, or what am I not dealing with, or what am I not working with, or have I given myself some love today, right? Have I shown myself some love? And when we give ourselves love, it doesn't have to be this huge thing. I think we often think like, oh, when I can get to this point or when I can do this, then I can give myself love. But it's the little things, right? It's like grabbing a cup of coffee and just sitting with it for a few moments, right? Before I shifted the time a little bit because my business coach has a weekly planning session in the morning, which is awesome and I love it. And I want to be on that call. but sometimes I'm, running around trying to get things ready for after that planning session to go live with the coffee chats, right? So I'm like trying to get things ready. And today I realized, it's Monday and things are going. I got a lot of energy, but I also realized like my mind was going faster than it needed to. And so I literally took 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes. I had 5 minutes before the call was about to start. And I just sat here at my desk and I just meditated, right? Actually put myself into a deep relaxation. So self-hypnosis, and you can really call it like a guided, kind of like a self-guided meditation. I just took myself through that. And then I opened my eyes and I was just like, yes, like it felt so good. And like, that's what I needed. I just needed to show myself that moment. That's all. And that was giving myself love. That was giving myself, that refueling that I needed so that I could go on with the rest of my day, right? So I want to share with you today a hypnosis that I do, that I love to do, especially this time of year, but also when I'm not feeling or I need to feel myself, maybe even with some self-love. And this one I call mirror affirmation. So when I first started doing affirmations, if any of you have tried to do affirmations, you might resonate with this. So everybody told me, do affirmations. That's what you need to do to help your mind, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'll start doing affirmations. And so I started doing them. And the first one that I started with, because it was such a challenge for me at the time, was I am beautiful. Now, at the time, I could not, those words could not come out of my mouth. I couldn't even think of those words. Nothing, like none of it. It just did not happen. And it was such a challenge because I didn't believe it, first off. It was so far from where I was, and I struggled. And so, I would start to say them and I would start to say them, but my conscious mind would kick in and it would be like, that's not true. You're lying, right? Or who do you think you are, right? All those stupid negative thoughts that I was having. That were stopping me from being in the energy of that, right? Now I can say I did, and I pushed and I pushed and I pushed. And around 6 months or so, I was actually able to look at myself in the mirror and say it. But it took a long time, right? And I was constantly battling and fighting myself because I didn't believe it. And so my conscious mind would like kick in, it didn't want to program. At the time, I wasn't even posting any videos of myself at all. Like I started doing Snapchat and it would take me like an hour to do a video and it was only 10 seconds, right? And I'd constantly be deleting it, or I'd put it up for a little bit and then I'd delete it. Instagram, I wouldn't even put pictures of myself. They were all like quotes, and I wouldn't show myself at all just because I did not believe it. And now, like, I have no problem going live. I have no problem taking selfies, no problem taking pictures of myself. And I do it because it's like, it feels good and I enjoy it and I like it. But there was that time where I didn't. So with affirmations, it can be really hard sometimes. So this hypnosis is actually going to take us into a place where we are. Like with any hypnosis, we go into our subconscious mind, right? We're able to program the thoughts and beliefs that we have in our subconscious mind because that's where they're all held, right? We're able to change them there so that we can make this change. Where normally people tell you to do affirmations from the conscious level, well, what was happening to me was I was battling myself, right? I didn't believe it. I couldn't be in the energy of it. But when we take a moment and we do them within our subconscious mind, there's an immediate shift. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. So I hope you're excited because I am excited to do this. So are you guys ready to do self-love mirror affirmations hypnosis? All right, so let's go ahead and get into a comfortable position, whether you're sitting in a chair, you're lying down, or you may be somewhere. Just take a moment and allow yourself to be present in this, wherever you are at. Be comfortable in a safe space. Please, if you're listening to this while driving, I'm going to ask you to stop listening for just a moment and pull over or come back and listen to this at a later time, just because we are going to go into some deep relaxation, and I want you guys to be fully attentive if you are driving or using any machinery. So Let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. Inhaling through our nose. Hold. Release. And in the second one, go ahead and close your eyes as you inhale. Hold. Release. Go ahead and continue to breathe in your own time, in your own way, going even deeper into relaxation. Relax your body. Really feel it in your chair or the couch. Allow your body to be supported completely. You might even imagine your favorite color coming in through the top of your head, your crown chakra, flowing down your body, relaxing you even more. Relaxing your forehead, smoothing out any lines, allowing it to be soft. Relax your eyes. Relaxing your jaw, letting it lay loose and slack. Signaling to your body to go even deeper. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your belly, letting it hang, not trying to control it, just letting it be nice and relaxed. Relax your hips, going down even further into the chair. Relax your legs all the way down to the toes, to the tip of the toes, feeling even more relaxed. You might even imagine you're in a beautiful meadow, a green, lush grass, lying on a soft, comfy blanket. And in your mind's eye, as you look around, you see all the beautiful flowers, bright and vibrant. You can smell the flowers. And even feel the soft wind on your face. You notice the leaves swaying ever so slightly. And you can feel the warmth of the sun sharing its beautiful bright energy, allowing you to feel warm, safe, and comfortable. And as you sit up, in your mind's eye, you see a mirror before you. You decide to walk over and stand in front of it. And in the reflection, you see you. It might even be you in the future. You who is everything that you are becoming. And as you take in all of you in your beauty, in your glory, she's smiling back at you with love and confidence, strength, and all those other wonderful qualities. And you can't help but feel so much love from her. And with a reassuring nod, she tells you it's okay. And as you stare into her eyes, into your eyes, repeat after me. I am beautiful. I am love. I am courageous. I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I am love. I am courageous. You might even begin to say other words of affirmations that only you know. And future you might even guide you through the exact words that you need to hear to fill you up, to build that confidence, to feel that love. And once you feel that you have said the words and you've heard the words that you need to hear, thank you for being there for you, for guiding you through this and supporting you. And as you do, You see that beautiful smile from future you. And she drifts off back to where she came, back to the future, coming back into this time. 5, wiggling your toes and your fingers. 4, feeling the energy coming back and through your body. 3, feeling even more and more awake. 2, arms over your head. 1, the word is yes. And that concludes our weekly hypnosis for self-love. Remember, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and find peace.